Welcome back to the MANN channel. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to provide a bit of an update on several topics. As my season is coming to a close, you can see that I am sitting in my garage where my boat normally sits, and I'm sitting in the back of my truck. And that is because my 2019 Nautique G23 is gone. It is with its new owner. I did sell it. I'm just going to start by going ahead and listing off the things that I'm going to talk about in this video. That way, if you don't care about one of the subjects, you can just skip on over to the part of the video that you do care about. So the first topic is going to be about my 2019 Nautique G23 and the sale of that. And then the next topic I'm going to move to after that is my 2022 Nautique G23 that I'm waiting on. And then I'm going to talk about a few of the things that are coming up here in the near future on this channel. One of them will be about the possibility of a live video or two. I'll also talk about the private lake build in this video and give an update on that. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is a few of the topics for upcoming videos that I'm going to work on. So I'll go ahead and jump into my 2019 Nautique G23. So I've talked about it a little bit in my last few videos. So those of you who support the heck out of my channel probably already know a lot of this. And thank you very much for supporting the channel. I appreciate that a lot. But to explain more about my 2019 Nautique G23 and why I don't have it now, normally my season starts somewhere around beginning of April, and I actually got out at the end of March this year to start my season, and it goes all the way through typically towards mid or end of September, just depending on how the season's going, based on weather, based on how I'm feeling, based on different things happening. Last year I sold my 2018 24 MXZ right after Labor Day, and that's why I didn't keep going after that. But my whole reason for buying the 2019 Nautique G23 was because when I went to my Nautique dealer back in fall of 2020, they were already out of 2021 slots. So I basically just put myself on the list to get a 2022 order going, and with the hopes of that starting in June. And I went ahead and bought a 2019 Nautique G23 to use until I got my 2022. And I thought, you know, maybe end of June, maybe end of July, I might get my boat. But as many of you may know, COVID has been delaying many things, and that includes different parts and things. So Nautique has basically been behind schedule like a lot of the boating industry. So as of right now, it's looking like I won't get my 2022 until the end of September. So as I was coming towards the end of my season, I had in mind that, you know, I'm not sure when I'm getting my 2022. You know, the peak season for selling a boat is usually between, you know, Memorial Day and Labor Day. That, along with the fact that the lake levels, the water level at the lake that I go to all the time has been pretty low for the whole year. My typical spot that I love to be at and can't wait to get to every year, I barely got to use it a little bit this year. And because of that, I didn't feel like I could work on the progression I normally work on as well and things like that. So with the two things together, you know, not getting my 2022 until later and also the lake levels being low, I decided, hey, I'm going to go ahead and let my 2019 G23 go while demand is high, as opposed to waiting until after Labor Day and then risking the chance of the demand going down. So I went ahead and let the 2019 Nautique G23 go. I've actually had it out of my hands now for over a week, and I've already seen it on Instagram because the new owner took it to get it ceramic coated, and that company posted it on Instagram, so that was kind of cool to see. One last thing about my 2019 Nautique G23. I did love that boat. I had a lot of fun on it. It was great to establish some experience with the brand. As I was cleaning out the boat, getting everything out of it, I did take note of where my end of the season result was for my ballast bags, my steel shot ballast bags from wakelife.co. I'm gonna go ahead and show you that here in case it's something you would like to know and you need some information to set up yours. But I found it to be my ideal setup in the end. Okay, so now that I've shown you that steel shot ballast bag setup, don't forget that if you use MANN on wakelife.co's website, you'll get a discount on their products. So don't forget to head on over there and check out their products. So that's all I really want to say about 2019. I'm sad to see it go, but I am still excited and anticipating my 2022 build. So that's what I'll talk about next. So I am waiting for my 2022 Nautique G23 as of this moment, and it is August 23rd today. My newest information is it will be delivered to the dealer somewhere around September 30th. The crappy thing about that is usually by the end of September, the water is pretty dang cold, and really it's not colder than what I get into in the beginning of the season, but it's usually harder to handle because you've gotten used to the warm water through the season. So I hope to be able to get out and at least somewhat try it out. At least I'll definitely at least drive it around even if I get it in October. But I'm just not sure if I'll get in the water. And so that's a little bit disappointing, but I'm still excited to get that boat. I'm still excited to share it with you. I do plan on filming the trip down and the dealership and receiving the boat and just kind of sharing in the excitement of that experience on my channel. So that's all I have to say about my 2022 for now. I'm just waiting to get that. So now I will go ahead and talk about live videos. I've actually wanted to do another live video or two for a while now. I've done two already, and they were surrounding giveaways that I was doing, and I haven't done one since. I do enjoy doing live videos. It's a way to be able to kind of directly connect with the viewers and subscribers to my channel, and I have fun with it. But it's hard to schedule it, especially during my season, because I'm only home for a few days a week, and then we're at the lake, and I'm trying to enjoy the lake. So, but I do plan on going ahead and doing a live video or two. I really want to be able to connect with my new viewers. My last live video was fall of last year of 2020, and I think the number of subscribers on my channel has at least doubled since then, if not almost tripled. So I do want to try to connect with those of you who are new to my channel who have not chatted with me on a live video yet, and just answer questions and what have you. I would like to come up with a subject matter for that. One of the ideas I got from a viewer who commented was to do a live video of cleaning a boat, because they were sick of seeing time lapses of people cleaning their boats. They wanted to see the whole process, which I thought was a great idea, and I wanted to do that with my 2019 when I cleaned it up to sell it. But I was in a huge time crunch, and I just had to get it done. So I wanted to do it for that, but I didn't have the opportunity to do that. But I do want to do that in the future, and try to pick a time where I can do that. So I'll see what I can do there. But I will come up with some topics, but I do want to pepper in some live videos so that we can connect, and you can ask me questions. So the next topic for this video is just to talk about some of the videos I have planned coming up here, and just kind of give you an idea of some videos you can anticipate. I did do an oil change on the 2019 Nautique G23, and I just haven't had a chance to put that video together. I do plan on putting that video together and uploading it so that I can help out those of you who need some guidance when you're doing an oil change on the ZZ6, I think is what it's called. So it was the 6.2 liter 450 engine for 2019 from PCM. I also want to do a couple of different videos. This idea was suggested by somebody in the comments, where I cover all the options I ordered for my boat and why I care about them, what I think is important about them. I actually want to do that for my 2018 24MXZ, and I want to do it again for my 2022 Nautique G23. And the reason why I want to start with my 2018 24MXZ is because when I got to that boat, that was my, okay, now I'm just gonna blow it out and put everything I care to have on a boat. And I definitely loved some of those options, and there were some options where I was like, I don't really care about that. I don't think I need it on the next boat. And then my 2022 Nautique G23 is gonna be sort of the refined, like, these are the ones that are important to me, and these other ones, yeah, they're neat, but do I really care about it? So I didn't necessarily put that on there. So I want to do those two videos, and I'll make those videos here sometime soon and get them uploaded. And another video idea I had is I have been kind of wanting a new logo for the channel and for the MANN company. So MANN, the YouTube channel, really kind of became a company last year after I hit 1,000 subscribers and started earning an income off of YouTube. And everything I've done so far has just kind of been things I've been coming up with. But now I want to come up with a real unique and kind of concrete logo. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a video up to talk about it, talk about what I want, and maybe get some ideas from my viewers and subscribers on that. So I think that's a video I might do here in the near future as well. So that's pretty much it there. So the last topic I'm going to cover in this video is the private lake build. So in the early spring, late winter of this year, 2021, I introduced my new series, the private lake build. And it's something that I've been super excited about. I've always wanted to build a private lake because you can control so many factors in that way. Wakeboarders, skiers, surfers, we all want smooth water. It's more important for wakeboarding and skiing, but we all just want that calm, glass, butter, smooth water. It eliminates some variables when you're trying new tricks or when you're trying to have a good set, whatever it may be. So having a private lake is one of the ways you can control that. You can control it in a couple ways. One, the smaller the body of water, the less the wind can affect it by creating waves. Also, if there's no other boats on the lake, you're not getting random rollers. So that's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I also, have lots of ideas for what other things I can do to it. Adding a cable to it, building a house there, making it a lake home, all these things. These are things that I would love to do. So I started in the spring looking at all kinds of land, and I made 5 or 6 videos on that series while I was looking for land. I even made an offer on a piece of land, and it didn't work out. And basically what I was running into is the fact that the market's been crazy this year, which also worked towards my advantage, which I'll explain in a second here. But it's been so crazy that I was finding all kinds of land within my budget, but it was all bigger than I wanted, and in a lot of cases much bigger. So the land that I thought was great and I put in an offer for, it was about 5 times bigger than I needed, and they were not willing to break it up. And I actually tried asking on several other pieces of land, and they all kind of said the same thing. And I think part of the reason for that is the fact that the market's so crazy they knew they could hold out, and somebody might likely buy the whole thing. And the whole thing together is more attractive than if they broke it up. Now I'll take a step back, and in the first video I did, and I think I might have said it in a later video, I'm not sure, but I mentioned the fact that I have kind of a nest egg that I planned on using to purchase the land for a private lake build. And I wanted to explain that in a later video. So this video is where I'm going to explain that. But before I do that, I want to let you know that my intention was to hopefully build the channel up so that the income may be enough at some point to support the build of the private lake. I was exploring options, and I have no problem just renting or buying a dozer and digging the lake myself if it came to that. So I was looking at all kinds of things. I know in the end it would be expensive either way, but I kind of was projecting how things were going, and I was kind of hoping and betting on the fact that the private lake build series would sort of take off and a lot of people be interested in it. And the first video I did really well initially, and it kind of gave me high hopes for it. But for some reason, this year, my channel actually didn't do as good as it did last summer. Usually my channel will get most of its views in the summer because it's summer content. But keeping that in mind, my channel probably did about half as good as it did last summer, and I was kind of expecting it to do at least double of what it did last summer, which is not horrible. I'm still happy that I'm getting a residual income, and it's helping support my habit and helping support me making videos for your entertainment. But that being said, let me now go into explaining the nest egg that I planned on using to buy the land. So I mentioned that the crazy market worked into my advantage this year, and that's because I've owned a duplex for the last basically almost 16 years. And when I first bought it, I lived in one side, rented out the other side. And after 12 years of doing that, we actually built the house that I'm currently sitting in right now. and then I rented out the side that I lived on as well. So I had the duplex, both sides rented out. I did that for a few years, about almost 4 years, and I've done well on it. It's one of those things that you know, is stressful at times, but in the end, it's been a good source of revenue or a source of income. But ever since I've moved out here and not been right there, it's been more stressful and a little bit more difficult to deal with the calls from tenants and fixing things and things like that. Not that I couldn't handle it, it's just something I was kind of less enthusiastic about and kind of wanted to figure something else out. So all of a sudden this crazy market came along. I was able to sell my duplex for more than I was asking, and which was the normal scenario for this spring and summer here, and I don't know if it's still happening, but I was able to get a good amount more than my asking price, which was amazing because, you know, I was able to pay for the realtor fees, and I think I'm gonna have to pay a capital gains tax on it, but I was able to cover those things by getting more than what my asking price was. That's great news because I was able to take that, I was able to take the proceeds from that and invest it and into something that's very liquid, so I could take it out at any time, but earn really good dividends from it and interest from it. So really, I have the money ready to buy land at any given point in time. So I'm not by any means saying I'm done with the private lake build, but I'm just at this point in time, I'm keeping my eye out, and also hoping for either better results on my channel in the future, or, you know, really good results on my investments to help pay for the build of the private lake. So as of right now, I would just say that the private lake build is sort of on hold. You may see a video here and there where I talk about, hey, I'm looking at this new piece of land, or hey, I've got this new idea. But until it gets to a point where my channel can sort of support the build, or I've made enough money off my investments to do it on my own, it's simply not going to happen, because a private lake build will cost some money, and I'm simply not going to go broke to do it. So that's where the private lake build series sits. I can also tell you I've looked at many different options where there's existing bodies of water that I could make into a private lake just by either leasing or acquiring the land somehow. And so far it's just come up short. I haven't been able to make a deal there. So I'm trying to think out of the box there, and hey, if you have any ideas, go ahead and comment down below and let me know. But that's where the private lake build series sits, and I apologize to those of you who were excited about that series and wanted to see it happen now. But just so you know, it's not totally over. It's just something that I need the right situation for to make it happen. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you can be notified of my future videos. I'll see you next week.